Hello challengers, today is day 3 of the 5-day clean eating challenge, and we are at the middle of the challenge, so we are halfway there. So hopefully you started to feel like you've gotten to hang a little bit of what clean eating is. Maybe you started to eat clean and here and there you're experimenting with different things that you're not quite used to, and that's okay, that's normal if you're not used to eating clean. Today we're going to talk about 3 different topics. We're going to talk about meal planning, going to the grocery store, and meal prep. So the first thing, meal planning, what is recommended is taking a few hours over the weekend and just sitting down and figuring out what is it that you want to eat for the following week. We do this so we make sure that there's no questions asked, that we know exactly what we're going to eat. Maybe we don't have to take, a particular day for a particular food, but at least, one day I'm eating this, one day I'm eating that, etc. So take a few hours and just write down everything that you're going to be eating for the week, and then also write down the ingredients that you want to buy from the grocery store. When I first sent you your welcome email, there was a grocery list in the email, so you could always print that email off and print that list off and bring it with you to the grocery store. Or you could make up your own list, or whatever you feel is best. So plan your meals out for the week, and then write up your grocery list. Also, what you can do is you can look up some recipes online. So if you just Google clean eating recipes, clean eating, or healthy clean eating recipes, there's a lot of resources online that you can find really good recipes for. A tip is to try to make sure that some of your recipes have the same ingredients. That way you're not, buying a bazillion different ingredients. You're buying the same sort of ingredients when you go to the store. So that's meal planning. So you have your meals planned out. You're ready to go to the grocery store. So the next thing is actually go into the grocery store. So this is number 2. Actually go into the grocery store. One tip, and I'm sure you've heard this before, but sometimes we forget, or we just don't consciously make an effort, is to make sure you don't go to the grocery store when you're hungry. Because I don't know about you, but when I go to the grocery store and I'm starving, I haven't eaten all day, or I haven't eaten for a few hours, I want to eat everything in sight. If I go by the produce aisle and I'm looking at fruits and vegetables and the bakery's right around the corner, that's not good. So make sure when you go to the grocery store, you have already eaten prior to going. That way you're not wanting to buy everything that maybe is not so healthy for you. Aside from that, when you go to the grocery store, get only what's on your list to get. I know many times when you go, you walk in thinking you're going to get 10 things on your list, and then you wind up getting 25 things altogether, things that you weren't planning on getting, and sometimes those things, such as like chips or cookies and stuff like that, go into the shopping cart when it wasn't planned. So while you're constantly trying to eat clean, or really anytime, but it's best to just stick to what's on your list. If you really, really, really need those other things, you can always go back, and most likely you didn't need them because they weren't on your list to begin with. So the next thing is meal prep. So you've done your grocery shopping, you've planned your meals, you've done your grocery shopping, you've made it out of the store without buying 10 things that you weren't going to buy originally. And remember, stick to the parameters of the store. The middle of the store is where all the processed icky foods are at, with sugar and all the additives and ingredients and preservatives. So step 3 is getting home and actually preparing your meals. So not everyone does this, but a lot of people do, and it's actually very, very helpful, especially if you're busy and you work and whatnot, is preparing your meals ahead of time. So I know for me personally, preparing meals is always a challenge. I work full time, so getting home, trying to cook, and that's always a challenge for me. So this is really helpful. You can basically get everything, on Saturday or Sunday, go to your grocery shopping, bring it all home, figuring out what you're going to, eat for the rest of the week, and then actually cook it all. So you can actually cook your whole meal for the week. So say you have 5 different things you're going to cook. You can cook those items ahead of time and then portion them up into little, Tupperwares or little plastic containers. That way all you have to do is reheat. And then there will be no barriers to, you know, finding time to cook something that's healthy. Another tip is to, for the fruits and vegetables, you can actually, you know, wash them, cut them up, put them in little Ziploc baggies or little containers. That way they're readily available. I don't know about you, but sometimes I'm just kind of lazy and I just don't want to, you know, peel a carrot or, you know, take the peel off of an orange, or just, you know, I mean, silly things that really shouldn't matter. But sometimes if you're in a hurry, it makes a huge difference. Or for an apple, for example, you know, you have an apple in the fridge and they say it's best to take the peel off, but say you're washing your apple, you know, maybe you don't want to have to wash your apple ahead of time in addition to everything else you have to get ready for your lunch, or whatever the case is. So really getting those veggies and fruits prepped ahead of time, cutting them up, putting them in a little Ziploc baggie so you could just grab, you know, for healthy snacks or for, you know, part of your lunch or whatever the case is. So those are some tips for you guys today. If you guys have any questions about this whole challenge or healthy eating or clean eating in general, please feel free to let me know. And I would love to see how you are doing. So, you know, please feel free to mention on the Facebook group how you're doing, what some of your struggles have been. If you guys personally yourself, you know, do portion size things out already, if that's working for you, if you cook ahead of time, if that's working for you. I'd love to hear from you guys. So I hope you guys are having a great week. I hope the clean eating stuff's starting to kick in and you're getting excited about going forward and being healthy going forward. And I hope to hear from you guys soon. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.